Welcome back to the sanctuary of truth. Welcome to News Around. In an industry that often thrives on the cacophony of scandal and the strobe lights of manufactured drama, there are rare moments when we are called to witness something far more profound. We are not here today to chase a fleeting rumor or to dissect a controversy. Instead, we are here to trace the delicate, almost invisible lines of a story that is unfolding in the quiet spaces between the headlines. It is a narrative of intimacy, of life-changing decisions made in the hush of a private room, and of a future that is being meticulously constructed away from the prying eyes of the world. Our focus today turns to a duo who have redefined the art of celebrity partnership, Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel. 4 months, they have carried their relationship with a dignity that commands respect, but recently, the keenest observers among us have sensed a shift. It is a change in the atmosphere, a subtle alteration in the gravity that holds them together. From the transformation of a wardrobe to the protective gestures on a film set, the signs are gathering like clouds before a gentle rain, whispering of an engagement, a wedding, and perhaps, the most miraculous news of all, a new life. Before we embark on this journey of discovery, I must pause to extend a hand to our most loyal viewers. If you believe in journalism that looks deeper than the surface, if you value these long-form analyses that treat celebrity lives with the complexity they deserve, I invite you to click the join button. Your membership is the bedrock of News Around. It allows us to step away from the noise and focus on the signal. And of course, ensure you are subscribed, for you will not want to miss a single chapter of this evolving saga. Now, let us step into the quiet revolution of Barış and Yağmur. To understand the present, we must first observe the visual language of the past few weeks. Yağmur Yüksel, a woman known for her luminous presence and her effortless connection with the public, has recently initiated a retreat that feels less like an escape and more like a nesting. In the digital age, where silence is often equated with irrelevance, her choice to pull back from the constant churn of social media is a statement in itself. But it is when we pair this digital quietude with her physical transformation that the picture begins to sharpen into high definition. Gone are the structured silhouettes and the form-fitting ensembles that once defined her public image. In their place, we are seeing a new aesthetic emerge, a wardrobe of soft, forgiving fabrics, of layers that drape rather than cling, of clothing that seems designed to shelter rather than to showcase. In the unspoken alphabet of celebrity culture, where a hemline or a waistband can telegraph news that a press release is not yet ready to confirm, this shift is monumental. It is the classic prelude to a revelation that reshapes a woman's entire world. The whispers began as a faint murmur in the corridors of the industry, but they have since gained the momentum of a tidal wave. Is Yağmur Yüksel expecting? It is not merely the choice of dress, it is the aura she now carries. Those who have crossed paths with her recently describe a newfound stillness in her posture, a protective grace that seems to wrap around her like an invisible shield. She appears to be guarding a secret, holding close a treasure that belongs only to her and her partner, at least for now. This energy is inward-looking, serene, and profoundly maternal. It is the glow of a woman who is preparing for a metamorphosis, conserving her energy for a creation far greater than any role she has ever played on screen. I want to turn this question to you, the insightful community of News Around. We have all seen the photos, the subtle changes in her attire. Do you believe these are merely fashion choices, a pivot to comfort, or do you read the same old code that we do? Is this the wardrobe of a woman expecting her first child? Share your observations in the comments below. Your eyes are often sharper than the paparazzi's lens. Layered over these whispers of impending motherhood is a second tremor that has rippled through the gossip sphere, bringing with it a sense of permanence and celebration. Sources close to the couple suggest that Barış Baktaş has chosen this precise season of change to anchor his heart to hers formally. The talk of an engagement is no longer just idle speculation. It has taken on the weight of fact among the inner circle. But if the stories are to be believed, this was not a proposal designed for the consumption of the masses. There were no drones capturing the moment, no staged fireworks, no hashtag prepared in advance. It was, by all accounts, startling in its purity. Imagine a sanctuary of two, just Barış and Yağmur, stripped of their celebrity, facing each other with the naked courage that such a question demands. Boris, a man whose career has been marked by consistency and a deep, abiding care for his craft, seems to have recognized that Yağmur is not just a co-star or a lover, but the architect with whom he wishes to build an unshakable everyday life. They say she received the ring with a calm that mirrors the depth of their bond. It was a yes spoken with a smile that communicated certainty without the need to shout. This is the hallmark of their relationship. It has never screamed for attention. It has settled, grown, and clarified in the background, like a photograph developing in a darkroom. Formalizing this bond now, amidst the rumors of a baby, feels like laying the cornerstone of a fortress. It is a declaration that before they are parents, before they are stars, they are partners. If Yağmur is the vessel of this new potential life, then Boris has become its guardian. The dynamic between them has shifted in ways that are subtle to the casual observer but glaringly obvious to those who know where to look. On the set of the production where they are currently involved, a gentle, protective aura has descended. It is reported that Barış Baktaş now orbits her with a new gravity, attentive without being suffocating, present without making a spectacle of his concern. Witnesses describe him as a steadying force, a quiet center in the chaos of filming. They arrive together, moving as a single unit. They leave together, retreating into their private sphere the moment the director calls cut. During breaks, their conversations are described as a protected island. They are not excluding others out of rudeness, but rather nourishing the connection between them. Even the famously cynical critics of the industry have found themselves softened by this unforced harmony. Whatever Boris says in private seems to carry the weight of testimony. He has let slip simple sentences to friends that life is good, that he feels a new kind of gratitude that act as the mortar binding all these rumors together. He is acting like a man who has secured his future. This protective stance is perhaps the strongest evidence we have. A man does not guard a girlfriend with such specific, tender intensity. He guards the mother of his child and his future wife. As we delve deeper into the logistics of their lives, I want to remind you that analyzing these intricate details takes time and resources. If you are enjoying this deep dive, please consider supporting News Around by clicking the join button. Your support helps us keep our lights on and our investigations sharp. And don't forget to like and subscribe. In the world of film and television, the production schedule is often the first place where secrets are spilled, written not in ink but in logistics. Those in the know have hinted that the filming schedule for Yağmur Yüksel has shifted in barely noticeable ways that, when viewed collectively, matter deeply. We are hearing of fewer marathon shooting days, more measured hours, and tactful adjustments around scenes that would demand strenuous physical exertion. This choreography behind the scenes is an old code, read for generations in both Hollywood and Yeşilçam as the definitive signal of coming baby news. When a production starts to move carefully around its lead actress, when stunts are scaled back and close-ups become more frequent than wide shots, it is rarely a coincidence. Where there is such specific care, there is intention. The industry is accommodating her condition before the public is even aware of it. This adjustment speaks to the respect Yağmur commands as a professional, but it also highlights the reality of her situation. She is prioritizing her well-being, and the production is aligning with her. It is a collaborative effort to protect the treasure she is holding, ensuring that the demands of her art do not infringe upon the needs of her growing family. In Turkish culture, no love story is considered fully in bloom until the roots of the families intertwine. And here, too, the evidence supports the narrative of a serious, permanent union. The circle around Boris and Yağmur has widened significantly in recent weeks. We are seeing reports of increased visits from Yağmur's family to Istanbul not for grand events, but for the rhythm of daily life. These are not stiff, formal introductions. They are described as meals filled with laughter that spills from the kitchen to the living room, long talks over tea that linger late into the night. These gatherings have quietly fused with evenings spent alongside Boris's relatives. Observers who watch these currents note that this is not mere courtesy, it is alignment. Both families are reportedly not just consenting to this match but are enthusiastic about it. A wedding is no longer a vague concept on the horizon, it is a living topic on the dinner table, a project being sketched with care and love. But do not expect a media circus. The vision being discussed mirrors the couple's own personalities, intimate, meaningful, and devoid of choreography for the sake of optics. For Yağmur, the heart of the day would be the meaning of the vows. For Boris, the day would be about honoring the woman he loves. It will be a ceremony that feels like a promise, not a performance. Recently, the pair reappeared in the city after a brief, unexplained escape to a location far removed from the neon lights and the noise of the city. The retreat lasted only a few days, but the transformation in their demeanor upon their return was palpable. You could read it on their faces, the calm in her expression, the confident way he walked beside her. Many insiders believe that this trip was the room where the map was drawn. It was likely the time and place where the final decisions were made, where ideas about the wedding, the baby, and their future home hardened into concrete choices. The way they moved afterwards carried a new, quiet assurance. When certainty settles into a relationship, it often looks like peace. They are no longer searching, they have found. They are not racing the public's hunger for answers. They seem intent on living their timeline, their rhythm. Think of it as a play of shadow and illumination where no one rushes to switch on the spotlight until the scene is absolutely ready. What shines, nonetheless, is the force driving their decisions: joy. A joy that is protective, not performative. A joy that belongs to them first and foremost. As we conclude this analysis, we are left with a portrait of two remarkable talents who appear to have found in one another a refuge sturdy enough to withstand the gales of public life. Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel are teaching us a masterclass in privacy. They are showing us that the most precious things in life, love, commitment, and the creation of a family, do not need to be broadcast to be real. Whether the confirmation arrives tomorrow through a delicate photograph that needs no caption, or months from now through a soft evolution in Yağmur's silhouette that speaks louder than any press release, all signs suggest they are stepping into a brighter, more profound chapter. The engagement is the promise, the baby is the future, and their silence is the guardian of it all. We will continue to watch, to wait, and to respect the pace at which they choose to share their happiness. But until then, the clues are there for those who know how to read them. What do you think, News Around family? Are you ready to celebrate this new chapter with them? Which aspect of this news excites you the most, the wedding or the baby? Please, do not forget to like this video if you appreciated the respectful depth of our reporting. Subscribe to News Around so you are the first to know when the official announcement finally drops. And once again, a heartfelt thank you to our members who have clicked the join button. You make this channel possible. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your hearts warm. Goodbye.